What I'm grateful for is an awful lot. The first thing, we were just coming through this pandemic, and the staff has to be commended. We only had 2 cases, and that is unbelievable. And that's why I'm grateful. They watch out for us. They're phenomenal. And other things, I was talking to my daughter, and I said, I'm going to have to talk about how great I like the Grove. And she says, be sure to mention the things that they have for the grandchildren. And understandably, most of us have come from another state, and we came out here because we have children here. And the Grove has done a lot of activities for the children, which I appreciate, my children appreciate it, and especially my daughter Jane said, don't forget to mention the Hanukkah party. We're not Jewish, but it was incredible. And Harriet Levy, I think, was the one in charge of that. And then we also had, Danny got us gingerbread houses, which was, it was just so wonderful. They planned activities for all of us, not just the 55 and active over, the children. John started the men's club, and that's very successful. And they have people come in to do massages, which I hope they're coming back, and doing their pedicures and yeah, those. And it's just remarkable. Now we rented this sight unseen. My daughter said, well, you better come out. And I guess they came to an open house, and the rest is history. I love the people here. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be here 5 years. It's just wonderful. The staff is one of the best that I've had so far. You're just marvelous. And anybody that doesn't come here is losing a lot.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Martha, and I will ditto everything that she has said. Now, in terms of what I've been doing during these 12 weeks or even longer, I've been working on a number of my projects that have been on the back burner for much too long. I am happy to report that the book on my mom's life is now at the publishers. We're just waiting for some technical items to be ironed out, and unfortunately the virus has held that up. As you can see, this is a picture of Mom, and right to your left is the portrait of her. The second thing I've been working on, which I started back in Connecticut, is a book on my sister's life. She has a great sense
This
of
is her
humor.
sister.
And so originally she had named it When I Grow Up. Well, I've been writing and writing and writing, and I'm now into 2014. She has lost some of her humor due to a variety of crises in her life, so she is thinking seriously of changing the title. And I'll leave that up to her to inform the public. So the third thing I've been working on with my cousin in Sweden is, of course, our family history and genealogy. And I'm happy to report that we have uncovered another set of our 7th great grandparents. Now, for those of you who are taking notes, his name is Per Monson, and his wife's name was Karen. And they lived in the very early 1600s. But this has been a great thing for me to keep going mentally.
Can I interrupt for a
genealogy.
second? Talking about genealogy, John and Ron, a couple months ago, maybe even a year ago, started a genealogy here, and it was very, very successful.
Awesome.
And one of the things too, following up on that, Ron and I, thanks to 23andMe, discovered that we are distant cousins going back thousands of years, but that's how genealogists deal with it. Everybody's a cousin. And he told me that his Italian family will welcome anybody, so I guess I qualify. Now, the next thing that I've been doing came out of the events over the last several weeks, beginning with the virus, the death of George Floyd, the difficulties we're having throughout the country. So I did a lot of reflection and decided to write an essay entitled, and I will read the title of it to you, and it is The Evolution of a White Boy of Privilege. And at some point I would like to present it to the Grove, but of course now would not be the best time. Now there are other projects. I have this book that I'm working on, a family narrative on our cousin Charles Nelson Riley. We have tons of articles, books, playbills, letters, you name it, and we have it. We need to put it all together for the family. And finally, I am working on my own biography, autobiography, which I started decades ago. But in order to complete all these projects, I need to live to be 110. And I expect at some point to be 110, just say I finally completed everything. A couple of things I really and truly miss here during this period of time. I think we all do. The socialization. That been a big thing. And secondly, the gym. I joined the gym back home in 1997. And this has been the longest period of time I've been away from the gym. But we'll get back there again shortly. I guess that's it for me, Steph. Thank you so much.
You've been busy. I love it.
Well, you know, we have to do something to keep going, and that's the name of the game.
And we'll stay tuned for your book and your essay.
Thank you so much.
Stephanie,
All right.
I want to thank you. I enjoy the tours of the different apartments.
Oh, thank
And
you.
you do a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I miss being able to do it, with people, but thank you.
I love this place.
Me too.
I really do.
Me too.
As I said, I wouldn't be here 5 years if I didn't.
Right.
We had some up and down with the management, but it's great.
It's great.
Great. You guys are absolutely superb.
Thank you. When you are both superb residents.
Well, thank you.
So let's see, who are we going to nominate?
I had some people in mind, but I think I'm going to go to Ron and Betsy.
Ron and Betsy, you're up. All right.